Hey, it's Coach with Tactical Hyve, and today I've got my Virtus that I've made a few adjustments to, and then I noticed it's, you're thinking, it's kind of big, so got a new one that's a bit smaller. Got my Rattler. So stick around and we'll talk about them. So today's video is brought to you by Dry Fire Mag. As we all know, dry fire is important, but if you don't have something to reset your trigger, then you have to manually reset it, and that can lead to some bad range habits. So once you clear and save, take your Dry Fire Mag, insert it, and then now you get that return right there. It's not a true trigger squeeze, but it gives you something, you know. Every trigger is a little bit different anyway, but here you take up the slack, get to the wall, and you actually feel that tactile drop of the trigger. All right, so check them out in the link below. Let's get back to today's video. So a little while ago, I picked up this MCX Virtus in 5.56. Came with a longer foregrip on here, or handguard, whatever you want to call it. I went ahead and got the shorter one, just because I like the aesthetic, and it's a little bit shorter, a little bit lighter, you know, towards the end here. The light's the same. I think I got one of these cool taco heat shields for keep my sensitive mitts from getting burned on the damn thing. It doesn't warm up that much, but hey, what the hell? Comfort, it's all good. So under that, I've got the Magpul MVG vertical grip, nice and light. And then for backup irons, I've got the fixed Daniel Defense, and then I got this little flip up. I think that one's a CAC, came out of my gear. You know, it's mounted kind of far forward, you might say, but that's where I can put it in order to place the optic where I want it. And honestly, optics don't fail like they used to. You know, they're pretty reliable. You know, this one's a Vortex 5X, and it's probably the smallest 5X that I'm aware of, with my Dr. Red Dot on top, and a little quick release riser underneath. So if it does mess up, quick release, pull it off, flip up my irons, and get back to work. Now this came with the adapter for the M4 tube. Didn't really like that very much. Looked around, and the SIG Sauer stock, I'm not sure what model number it is, look it up, but it just clips onto this Picatinny rail on the back, folds up nice and easy. Makes a nice little package, but it is a rifle. Also added up on the muzzle device is an SD Tactical single brake, a shorty brake. It's threaded so it can accept their blast cage, which is like a blast effector. So you're not loosening everybody's fillings on the range that's shooting next to you. You know, screw this bad boy on here, you still get the same effective compensation, but all the blast goes forward. And no, it's not a compensator. Got a bunch of holes there in the front, okay? I highly recommend it if you're gonna be, just to be polite on the range. Now, I like the Virtus, shoots nice and soft, really good, but it's full size. I don't want a PDW, because why not? Okay, now this is a pistol, okay? It has the M4 tube adapter for the folding stock. Just lifts up, locks in there pretty good, and actually sits pretty flat, you know, and then just opens up. Now this is, I got the 5.56 version for this initially. Now for a PDW, you're like, oh yeah, 5.56. Well, I've got a lot of 5.56. 5.56 is easier to find and less expensive than 300 Blackout. Now I do have the 300 Blackout barrel for this, but the 5.56 for training and for using UTM, the paint rounds, you know, you can use that through this kind of a barrel as well. Okay, so those are the reasons behind. And when you think about it, the energy, it's more than a 22, guys. I know you're gonna talk about, oh yeah, might as well just be using a 22. No, this has got a fair amount of ass left over. Let's be realistic. You're not sniping to 200 yards with this thing, okay? But you'll be able to hit within PDW ranges, personal defense weapon, right? I got some backup irons on here. Got your Sig Sauer Romeo 5. The whole upper charging handle and bolt carrier group are all included. Back here, which is this one, this is the Strike Industries pistol brace. This is a pistol. They look similar, but you don't exchange parts between the Virtus and the Rattler. They both come with a SIG trigger group, and that's pretty much proprietary. You can't swap out your favorite Geisley or Timony and just drop it in here. But it's a nice trigger. I like it. So no complaints there. Now this one, I put a little rail on the bottom, got the Magpul angled foregrip. Let's go put a few rounds through it, see how she does. Okay, so PDW range is fairly short. We got about 20, 25 yards. Let's see how she does. Not bad, runs nice and smooth. I'm pleased with my purchase. Bit of a fireball though. Okay, so we've adjusted the gas block, or the gas adjustment on the end there, and we'll see if that makes a difference. Runs just fine on that one too. I don't know. Now, this muzzle device is pinned on here, so you can't change it out for anything else. So it is what it is. But I mean, the barrel's 5.5 inches long. It's got a 1 in 5 twist. So it's spinning those suckers pretty quick. Okay, so PDW, you want it nice and small. Put a sling on it, and then, well, we used to shoot the MP5s. We're using sling tension. It was an old SAS technique. It works, especially when you're wearing one of those big bulky gas masks, so you can't get a decent cheek weld with. So basically all you do is you push against the sling. So pushing the sling out, that's what's gonna line everything up. You can see it works okay, you know, for short distances, you know, CQB. And if you got to keep this in there nice and tight underneath something, I can just bring it out, punch it out, still work the safety. And still make decent hits. So far so good. MCX Rattler in 5.56. Still a fun gun to shoot. It's a bit heavier. I know you're gonna be able to reach out a little bit farther. This is a more well-rounded type of self-defense firearm. However, it's a bit bigger. She's a chunky gal. Okay, and all the functions function the same, even when you're folded. It's just going to be a lot more of a pain in the ass. Let's see if I can do this. So everything functions, you get to the safety. I've got an ambi safety on this one. All works just fine, but whenever you can, get that stock out. It's so much better. MCX Virtus. Okay, so on one hand, we have the Virtus. Now, this basic upper package is now being fielded by SOCOM as the Surge in 5.56. Decent gun. I like it. It's a bit on the heavier side if you're used to shooting a lightweight gas impingement, you know, M4 variant. But piston guns tend to tilt the scale a little heavier, especially up front. There's a little more going on. All right. Now the Rattler, Of course, I could have gone with just, buying shorter barrels for the Virtus, but the Rattler was basically built to be a 300 blackout PDW. I got the 5.56 version because I will shoot it more, honestly, and it doesn't take that much time to swap out barrels. So you get the best of both worlds. I can still use training ammo, have my 300 blackout for that good PDW punch. Anyway, hey, if you like this content, like, subscribe, leave me some comments.